father-son stories, and the concept of facing your own fear. Like my own son, some of my most cherished memories with my father were made during bedtime stories. Each night, he would try to put his little monkey to sleep by reading tales from a book he had borrowed from his office library, stories of Jim Corbett, the legendary hunter who turned conservationist. These moments were more than just a ritual. They were lessons in courage, resilience, and the complex dance between man and nature. They weren't just stories to put me to sleep. They were stories that taught me how to face my fears, and even now I find myself revisiting those nights when life feels overwhelming. One story in particular stayed with me, a tale that still echoes when I wrestle with my own anxieties. It was set in a village in the Kumaon region of India, where a notorious man-eating tiger had turned life into a nightmare. The tiger's roar had replaced the silence of the nights, and fear had woven itself into every shadow of the villagers' lives. Jim Corbett, the one person the villagers believed in, had taken up the challenge to end this terror. For days he searched, tracing the tiger's elusive path through dense forests and rugged terrains. As dusk fell one evening, Corbett squeezed into a narrow rock crevice overlooking a waterfall to set up camp. It seemed safe enough for the night, until it wasn't. Unbeknownst to him, the man-eater had caught his scent and silently followed him into the very same spot. As Corbett started to doze off, a sudden thunderous roar shattered the calm, jolting him awake. There, barely 3 meters away, stood the tigress in all her fury, her eyes blazing with a mix of hunger and rage. His rifle lay out of reach, and Corbett was armed only with his electric torch, a flimsy shield against the ferocious beast. He had mere seconds to act before the tigress would strike. Staring straight into the eyes of the growling tigress, Corbett switched on his torch, shining it directly into her face. The sudden burst of light dazed the tigress, causing her to step back, just long enough for Corbett to scramble out of the crevice. He could have panicked, he could have run. Instead, Corbett held his ground, maintaining eye contact with the tiger, his heart pounding but his spirit unyielding. Speaking in soft, soothing tones, Corbett showed no aggression, only the intent to coexist. And then something incredible happened. As if understanding his lack of hostility, the tigress hesitated. The growl softened, her posture relaxed, and astonishingly, she turned and retreated into the night. The tale I remember is slightly altered from Corbett's real account in Man-Eaters of Kumaon, where he does shoot the tigress. But as a child and even now, I like to think of a different ending, one where courage and compassion could stand down even the fiercest of adversaries. As Rumi once said, do not be satisfied with the stories that come before you. Unfold your own myth. In the end, we all face our own tigers, whether they are fears, challenges, or moments of self-doubt. The question is not whether the tiger exists, but how we choose to stand before it, with fear, with hostility, or with the courage to seek understanding. Every story, every night, I've tried to pass this lesson to my son. There is always a choice, a path to mutual coexistence, and a moment where we can look our fears in the eyes and decide how the story unfolds.
Thank you for being with us. Please like and subscribe for more content coming soon.